Hello friends, today we are going to see inventory pricing method. Okay, so before knowing about inventory pricing method, we should know that material procurement is the first stage in any of the production process. So while procuring, you will be procuring the raw materials, you will be purchasing the raw materials from different suppliers, and likewise you will be procuring at different stages. Okay, and as a result, okay, you will be getting the products at different rates. Okay, so a heterogeneous group of products will be clubbed up in your warehouse. Okay, and the raw materials which are procured at different stages from different suppliers, okay, at different rates are being in the warehouse. Now these raw materials will be released according to the request of the production department. Okay, as and when the manufacturing starts or as and when the requirement is been given by the production department, the material will be released from the warehouse to the production department. Now the question comes, which raw material, which set of raw material has to be released, and the raw material at what rate you have bought. Okay, which set of raw material has, which rate of raw material has to be released. These questions will arise. Why? Because when a product is being released or when a product is being dispatched from the warehouse, it has to be recorded in a ledger called stores ledger, in which you have to mention what raw materials have been moved out, okay, and at what rate it has been moved out. So all these things has to be recorded in the stores ledger. Okay, as an answer for all these confusions, you have to follow a proper method to solve all this. So here comes the method. So one of the populist method is the cost price method. Okay, why it is called as cost price method is the materials will be released or the materials will be recorded at the cost price itself, at the price it is at which it is being bought itself. Okay, that's why it is called as cost price method. Under this you have three methods: first in first out, last in first out, base stock method. Okay, all these three methods are very popular. And the first one, first in first out, okay, as the name suggests, the material which has been brought first, the material which has been bought first will be released to the manufacturing department first, and the next will be released next. In that order the materials will be released. To put it in simple terms, the products which have entered the warehouse earlierly will be released first. Okay, and the products which has entered late at the latest will be issued later. So that is the definition of FIFO method. And likewise LIFO, last in first out. As the name suggests, it is a reverse method of FIFO. Here the latest material will be released first and the earlier materials will be released later. Okay, so that's how it has been followed. And in base stock method, okay, here what we do is this we can call it to be a precautionary method, where you will have a base stock, okay, a safety stock. Okay, all the materials will not be washed out from the warehouse. Therefore, you can maintain a smaller number of quantity, okay, smaller quantity of raw materials in the warehouse, okay, and release the balance. So always you will maintain that particular balance. Okay, so that we call it to be base stock method. Okay, as a particular stock, okay, that is base stock is being maintained. Okay, so that is base stock method. Okay, so now we'll work out in numericals. We'll work out FIFO and LIFO in numericals. I have taken a small example here. You can see this is the data of the month of March. Okay, so you can see there is an opening stock of 500 tons at rupees 200, and there is a received. Okay, on 2nd you have received 100 tons of rupees 100 each, and on 6th you have issued 70 tons. 8th there is an issue, 15th there is an issue. 20th again there is a purchase, that is in the sense received 200 tons at rupees 190. 24th returned from the department. Okay, the products which have been, the raw material which has been delivered to the department has been returned back. Okay, that is 15 tons, and it has been told that the materials which have been purchased, which has been released on March 6th, okay, that has been returned. Okay, and on 29th issue 300 tons. So at the end you will be finding out closing stock. Okay, this opening stock is the closing stock of the previous month, February month. Okay, and likewise the answer of this particular question will be the closing stock for the month of March, and it will be the opening stock for the month of April. Okay, so let us see how it has been worked out. Okay, we'll use FIFO method and we'll see how we can work it out. Okay, so here I have taken the format. Okay, I have taken the format. You can see date. Okay, date is very important, at which date it has been issued, and likewise the receipts. Okay, on this date what has happened. Okay, is there a receipt or an issue? Okay, and at the end balance. Okay, now at the warehouse what is the balance? This is how we are going to record. Okay, it's a simple record of in and out. That's it. Okay, but the question comes, which material has to be released, which material has to be issued. Okay, so that is what we are going to see here. So we'll come back to the question here. So you can see opening stock of 500 tons at rupees 200. So now we'll enter this opening stock of 500 tons of rupees 200 now. Okay, so in the date column you can write 2019 March 1st. So it is not receipt, it is opening balance. Therefore, you can write directly here. So we have 500 tons at rupees 200 each. Therefore, it works out to be 1 lakh. Okay, works out to be 1 lakh. Okay, now the next one, received 100 tons rupees 100. Okay, so on second, it has been received, so we'll write it in the receipts column. 100 tons of 100 rupees, therefore it is 10,000 rupees. Okay, so on second, what has happened? We are already having 500 tons of 200 rupees each, and likewise now we have another stock. Okay, 100 tons of 100 rupees each, which is 10,000 rupees. So this is the stock we are maintaining on this date. Okay, we'll see the next one. On 6th, you can see there is an issue of 70 tons. There is an issue of 70 tons. Okay, so on 6th, okay, there is no receipts. There is an issue of 70 tons. Okay, now we have to see whether there is enough stock to issue. Okay, so and we are following FIFO method. So FIFO method says that the products which have been got or which has been in the warehouse previously has to be released first. So you have 500 tons as the first set of material. Therefore, we can issue 70 units out of this. So 70 units of 200 each, which is 14,000. Okay, so out of 500 tons we have issued 70 tons. Therefore, the balance is 430 tons. And the balance of amount is 86,000. This is how the store's ledger has been recorded. And the 100 tons we haven't used it. Okay, therefore we'll write that. Okay, now as of now, after the issue of 70 tons on 6th, we have 430 tons and 100 tons. Okay, and we'll see the question. Okay, and on 8th, there is an issue of 100 tons. Okay, again there is an issue. So on 8th, there is an issue of 100 tons. Okay, so we have 100 tons here. So we'll take this particular pricing. Okay, so 200. Therefore, it is 20,000. So out of 430, 100 tons has been issued again. So balance is 330 tons, 200 rupees each, which comes around 66,000. And this 100 tons has been not utilized. Therefore, we'll record it again. And coming back to the question, the next one is 15th. On 15th, issue 80 tons. Okay, again issue 80 tons. 15th, issue of 80 tons. Okay, again we'll see. Okay, we can issue out of this itself, this set itself. So 80 tons of 200 rupees each, which is 16,000. So out of 330 tons, we have issued 80 tons. Therefore, the balance is 250 tons of 200 rupees each, which is 50,000. Okay, and this 100 tons we haven't utilized. So write it as such. Okay. And coming back to the question. Received 20th, received 200 tons of 190 rupees each. Received 200 tons of 190 rupees each. So on 20th, there is a receipt of 200 tons of 190 rupees, which is 38,000. Okay, so now already we have a balance of 250 tons of 200 rupees each, and the next one is 100 tons of 100 rupees each, and now we have 200 tons of 190 rupees each, therefore 38,000. So we, as on 20th, we have 250 tons of 200 rupees each, 100 tons of 100 rupees each, 200 tons of 190 rupees each. On this date, this is the balance. Okay, coming back to the question. On 24th, it has been told returned from department 15 tons. Okay, so returned from the department. You have issued on March 6th. Okay, which has been issued on March 6th. March 6th, we have issued 70 tons, out of which 15 tons are been released back. 15 tons are been released back. Okay, in the sense it has been given back, returned back. Okay, how to treat this? You have to treat it as receipt since it has been received back by the warehouse. Okay, so on 24th, 15 tons. Okay, the rate should be this particular rate, okay, because it has been told that on 6th. So on 6th, at what rate you have issued? Okay, that raw material is been given back. So that rate has to be taken as the rate. Okay, now already you have 250 units of 200 rupees each, 100 units of 100 rupees each, 200 units of 190 rupees each, and now this 15 units of 200 rupees each. So this is the balance as of now. Okay, now we see the question. Okay, at the end, 29th, there is an issue. Okay, there is an issue of 300 tons. Okay, 29th, there is an issue of 300 tons. Okay, we'll see how this issue is being worked out. On 29th, there is an issue of 300 tons. Okay, so we'll see. This is the raw material which has been available. This is the raw material. As of now, it is available and we are following FIFO method. The first raw material has to be utilized first. Okay, now we need 300 units. So we'll utilize this 250 all together. So 250 units at 200 rupees each, which is 50,000. Okay, again the balance 50 tons can be used from this 100 units. Okay, so that is 100 rupees each, which is 5,000. So totally 300 tons is been issued here. Okay, 300 tons is been issued here. Okay, again I am repeating. Okay, we need to issue 300 tons here and we are following FIFO method. So we have to follow the order here. Okay, order here. So the first raw material has to be utilized first. So we have only 250 units in that set. Therefore, we are utilizing 250 tons altogether. And for the balance of 50, we will be moving on to the next one. So next one is 100 tons, out of which we are using 50 tons. Okay, so totally 300 tons has been exhausted. Okay, so what is the remaining balance? We have 50 tons. Okay, out of this 100, we have 50 tons of 100 rupees each, which is 5,000, and we have this 200 which is not been utilized at all. Okay, which is 190 each, 38,000, and then we have 15 tons, 200 rupees. Okay, which is 3,000. That's it. And now the closing stock will be this figure. Okay, this will be the closing stock of March. Okay, so closing stock on March 31st will be, okay, on March 31st. March 31st closing stock will be 50 tons at 100 rupees each, 200 tons at 190 rupees each, and 15 tons at 200 rupees each. And this will be taken over as the opening stock for the next method. Okay, so we have followed FIFO method, wherein we have released the, or we have issued the material according to the method. The material which has been issued first, okay, which has been received first is been issued first. Okay, which has been received later is been issued later. So that is what we have followed, and that is the method we have entered in the stores ledger. Okay, so now we'll see if we follow LIFO method. Okay, if the company follows LIFO method, how this particular stores ledger will be recorded. Okay, So the format is the same. So here again you can see date, receipts, issue and balance. Okay. The only change is how we are going to issue. Okay. The latest one will be issued first. Okay. That will be the small change here. Okay. So coming back to the question again. Okay. So on March 1st, opening stock 500 tons of rupees 200 each. Okay. So 2019 March 1st balance la you have to write 500 tons of 200 rupees each, which is 1 lakh. Okay, and we'll come to the next date. On 2nd you have received 100 tons of rupees 100 each. On 2nd received 100 tons of units at 100 rupees. Okay, therefore already we have 500 tons of 1 lakh. Now we have 100 tons of 100 rupees. Okay, and on the next date 6th we have issue of 70 tons. Okay, 6th we have issue of 70 tons. Now we are following LIFO method, last in first out. So the materials which has been received latest will be issued first. So the 70 tons will be issued out of this 100 tons which has been received at the latest. So the rate will be 100 rupees. So 7,000. So now as of now the balance is this 500 units is not been utilized at all. Therefore you write it all together, and out of this 100 units you have issued 70 units. The balance is 30 units of 100 rupees each, which is 3,000. So on 6th March you have 500 tons at 200 rupees each and 30 tons of 100 rupees each after issuing 70 tons at 100 rupees. Okay. Now on 8th, okay, the next date on 8th, what has happened? We have issued 100 tons again. Okay, 8th we have issued 100 tons again. So now coming back to the answer, you can see you don't have 100 tons at the latest material which you have received. You have only 30 units. So use that 30 units here. So 30 units will be issued at 100 rupees rate and balance of 70 tons. Okay, you have to issue totally 100 units, right? So 30 tons will be issued out of this stock and 70 tons will be issued out of this set of stock at 200 rupees each. So it will be 14,000. Now the balance is this 30 tons has been exhausted, and out of this 500 you have utilized 70 tons. So the balance is 430 tons of 200 rupees each, which is 86,000. Okay, so here we have followed LIFO method typically. You can see that out of 100 units you have only 30 units at the latest material which you have received. So balance of 70 units is issued in the previous set of 500 tons. So after issuing, you can see the balance. Okay, you have only 430 tons of 200 rupees material. Okay, on 15th, next one is on 15th, issue 80 tons. 15th, issue 80 tons. We have only one set of material right now, 430 units, out of which you can issue 80 tons. So 80 tons has been issued here. So balance will be 350 tons. 350 tons at 200 rupees each, which comes around 70,000. Okay. Now the next one on 20th you can see received 200 tons at rupees 190 each. Now it is receipt. Okay, so you have to enter in the receipt column. Received 200 tons at 190 rupees each, which is 38,000. So the balance will be, already we have 350 units of 200 rupees each, and now we have 200 units again, which is of 190 rupees, which is 38,000. Okay, so now on 20th the balance is 350 units at 200 rupees each, and 200 units at 190 rupees each. Okay, we'll see the next date. After 20th, on 24th, there is a return from the department of 15 tons, which has been issued on March 6th. Okay, so we have to refer March 6th, at what rate we have issued. Okay, on March 6th, we have issued 70 tons, out of which 15 tons has been released. Okay, so you can see on March 6th, we have issued 70 tons at rupees 100 each. Okay, so that has been received back, out of which 15 units has been received back. So we will take this rate. Okay, so units which are issued at 100 rupees each are being returned. Okay, so therefore we are taking that rate. Okay, so 15 tons has been returned back. Okay, returns will be considered to be receipts. Why? Because it has been received by the warehouse back. Therefore, it has been entered in the receipt column. Okay, now you have 350 units of 200 rupees batch, and then 200 units of 190 rupees batch, and now you have received a 15 units of returns of 100 rupees rate. Okay, so now this is the balance as of now. On 24th, you have this set of balance. Okay, and then we'll see on 29th, there is an issue of 300 tons. Okay, we'll see how this issue has been worked out. Okay, you have to issue 300 tons. 29th, you have to issue 300 tons. Okay, so latest has to be issued first. Okay, so here you can see the latest is 15 units. These materials are available right now. So you have to come from the latest. So 15 units will be issued as such. So it will be 1500. Again 200 units will be issued at 190, 38,000. Both these sets are being exhausted. So 215 units are being utilized out of this. We have to issue 300 tons. So the balance is 85 tons. So 85 tons have to be issued out of this particular set. So it will be 17,000. So now when coming back to the balance, this 15 tons has been utilized fully, 200 tons has been utilized fully, and out of this 350 tons, 85 tons are being utilized fully. So now we have to see what is the balance. Okay, we have to work out the balance. Okay, so the balance will be 265 tons at 200 rupees each. Okay, 265 tons at 200 rupees each. So the balance will be 53,000. So this is the closing stock. Closing stock for the month of on March 31st. On March 31st, after doing all the issues, this is the balance. So this will be the closing stock, and this will be the opening stock of the next month too. Okay, this will be the opening stock for the month of April. So this is how LIFO method is being followed. Okay, so the materials which have been received later will be issued first. Okay, so that's why it is called as last in first out method. Both these methods are popularly used in the warehouses, in the concerns. Thank you.